is Qi, and I'm the product manager at Binance. I'm absolutely thrilled here to meet you all, and thanks for the invitation from Crypto Expo Dubai. And my topic today to share with you is the growth of Web3 to its new height in the future. It's definitely a very broad topic when I first received this, because it's not only include the history of Web3, but also the new future of it, which if we want to go through all of it, it could be quite interesting, but it might need like hundreds of pages to explain every details. And if I do so today with my solo switch, so to make things easier, the approach of the speech today will be, firstly, we will go through some important topics that has happened in Web3, like what it's famous for and what it's popular in, and some areas that's already changing people's lives. And after that, we're going to explore some exciting topics that we expect to happen in the near future. Let's get started by taking a step back and revisiting the origins of Web3. In Web 1, there was only static content, and at that time, people could only read information. And the provider of the information are big companies. Can you imagine that you can only read one kind of magazine or one TV show for the whole day? It could be quite boring, right? So that's why it comes Web 2. And this time is indeed a very big improvement compared to Web 1, because you are able to write and communicate with each other. And at this time, the source of information can be quite dynamic for everyone. At this time, the information is not only just from large companies, it can from other people. And just like what Andy Warhol said, everyone can be famous for 15 minutes. But this time, even though it's already a big improvement, but it still has some risks. Because all the data are stored in some centralized servers, because we rely on large companies for information intermediaries. We rely on them to connect people to people and people to things. This can be risky because if your information is stored on that, so that they have full control of your information. And if you generate any valuable value, it's not you to capture all the value, but the large company will, because they own your data. But all of that is about to change with the arrival of Web3. During this time, people can truly own their information. How is it possible? The short answer is decentralization. With the technology of blockchain, we are able to store the information on blockchain, so that even though one of the nodes is collapsed, your data will store well on chain. Decentralization is the core feature of blockchain, and trust is rebuilt in Web3. In Web 2, we trust in large companies as intermediaries, but in Web3, we trust in algorithms. Why can we trust algorithms? Because algorithms are clear and disciplined, and once it's executed, no one can stop it. Imagine you are signing a contract, for instance, like insurance contract. One day you upload all your materials and the machine detected you meet all the conditions you signed in the contract, and you then get your reimbursement directly, and no one can stop it. That's how the smart contract works, and it can make it easy for everyone to trust it because it's disciplined and can help to reach consensus among both of us. Many people may consider that the main wave of Web3 starts from changing the way we transact value. For example, Bitcoin was considered as the first use case of DeFi because it's designed as a peer-to-peer and decentralized money system. But beyond just sending value from one address to another, actually, Bitcoin and Bitcoin technology and DeFi can help users to do more with their holdings. DeFi actually includes all the financial applications and financial products that's on chain, and can include some traditional banking methods like borrowing, lending, and insurance. And it can also be new and innovative, like MMMs, staking, and yield farming. And with these new methods, you're able to earn more with your holdings. Compared to traditional finance, DeFi actually has many advantages. For example, it's totally on-chain, so it's totally transparent and open to everyone. And with the help of smart contracts and decentralized system, we're able to build financial systems very easily, like with low complex. And DeFi also has low fee and high interest rates. In current banking system, the rate of borrowing money from bank or lending money to the bank can be quite different because we rely on these intermediaries. But in Web3, in DeFi, it allows everyone to negotiate directly with each other about the rate, so they can set a better deal for each other. Aside from finance, art also find a new life in decentralized environment. Many people may associate NFT with some famous profile pictures like Bored Apes or CryptoPunks. They're indeed a very successful combination of art and the decentralized spirit. And many talented artists today, they are starting to use NFT as their source of inspiration and their career of artwork. And many galleries today, they are starting to use NFT as one of their collections. And in Binance, we recently released an interesting AI NFT generators called Picasso. We just input some prompt words and your reference image, you're able to get your profile picture in different styles. And it was so popular, and because in the first release there was 10,000 tokens, and because after you generate the picture, you're able to mint it into an NFT, and it ran out like 2 hours. I didn't even have time to try on my own on the product environment. But beyond just being digital images, actually NFT has more potential, like being a representation of various assets. Imagine you are going to a concert today. You know that in Dubai or Abu Dhabi there are many great concerts every week, right? Love this vibe. And even if you are going to a concert today, the traditional way is, you are going to have a paper or traditional electronic ticket with barcode or QR code. But after getting in, they actually don't offer you much more than that. But if the ticket is NFT, it can be quite valuable. Firstly, since it's an NFT, it's a collection itself, and you can post it on a platform, or even you can trade it afterwards. And event organizers will be able to engage more with the concert goers. They can provide special giveaways to these certain events. And it can also control the second market price by using smart contract. They can set a maximum or minimum resale price for the resale of the NFT, so that the scalping and bot will not exceed. So overall, the NFT tickets will not only just be a single-use ticket. And Binance is currently partnering with many celebrities and events by using NFT as a method to connect fans and celebrities and to provide unique user experience for each other. And for the concerts and the profile images, actually they are just some usages of NFT. And NFT actually can be a method to present different kinds of assets and adding additional values to it. And one area that already changing people's lives nowadays is crypto payment. Using Binance Pay and Binance Card currently, you are able to access to crypto transactions very easily. For example, you are able to transfer your mobile top-ups, and you can order a car via split in Binance Pay. And also you can pay for your hotels, for your groceries, your flights in many parts of the world. And we also notice that currently it's not just a trend that among people who are already in the crypto industry, like using crypto payments, but also more and more people are starting to use crypto payments as a method for today, because it has many advantages over traditional payments and can solve some problems that traditional payments cannot. Firstly, it's cheaper, especially for the cross-border transactions, and it's quite faster because they're all on chain, and it can be safer. It can protect the user's privacy. With the selective and disclosure and zero-knowledge proof, we are able to only disclose what is strictly necessary for each payment. Let me explain a bit about the zero-knowledge proof. For example, you are buying something from the seller, and the seller asks you to prove that you're above 20. How can you prove that? The traditional way is that you have to provide your entire ID card. But what's the problem with it? The seller will be able to see all your information on the ID card. For example, your name, your gender, image, your address, and your exact birthday. That's too much. But with crypto payments, you may be able to just disclose just what is needed. You only need to answer on chain that you are already above 20. Answer is yes. And you don't have to disclose much more than that. And since crypto is programmable, so it can be a versatile tool for everyone, and can be a versatile tool to build various kinds of financial applications. After reviewing the current status of Web3, when look into the future of it, actually it can be quite exciting because there are many areas to consider in the future. In many industries, they are facing a transition from Web2 to Web3, which means that in the many well-known and commonly used applications in Web2 are what we're doing in Web3. For example, Web2 is considered as social web, and social applications are definitely what we're doing in Web3. As we mentioned before, the Web2 social applications might have some weaknesses that the information is stored on centralized servers. If they collapse, you will lose your information. And we can solve this problem with Web3 technologies, and we can make it completely user-owned. And moreover, since it's Web3 native, we can make it natively support crypto payment, which can leverage the ecosystem of Web3. A commonly used solution for this is it's the recently released chain called BNB Graphite. It's a third chain that released by BNB. It's not only a very important public chain for BNB, but also it's a decentralized storage infrastructure for the users to use. The developers can store their web page data on the chain, and individuals can also use it to store their personal data. Also, since the BNB Graphite enables classification, it enables to set restrict access to some contents like your video, your image, only want some people to see, so you can only post to them. And there is also an interesting topic to discuss on the topic of social apps. That is, how can everyone benefit from information while taking into account everyone's right of free speech. Because as we may see today, the decentralized place might be too chaotic, while centralized one may be too restricted. There are many rules to obey, and if you fail one of them, you might be kicked off the user list. One of the common used solution is firstly we can definitely manage in the small groups, so the average small group can have their own unique way to manage. It's a kind of decentralized management. And also we can use voting. By using voting, people in the community will be able to use their stake tokens to vote for the information they think is more valuable, that's more in line with the tone of the community, so that this kind of information can have more exposure and then can be the dominant voice of the community. Another very exciting direction of Web3's growth is AI, to integrate AI into the growth of Web3. I believe that most of you have tried and appreciate the charm of ChatGPT already. By using simple instructions, they will provide you a paper, piece of code, and it can be your teacher if you want to explore anything, or it can be your assistant if you want to write email, and even like your psychological counselor, whatever you want. Definitely, AI can help empower the development of Web3. But before we widely applied AI technology into this industry, the first thing we need to solve is to decentralize AI. Currently, the mainstream AI methods, they currently use a centralized approach, which means that they require cloud computing on some centralized servers. That's the same problem because it's too centralized. And many companies, they don't allow to use such kind of server because the information you provide, your user data or your input will go directly to the centralized servers, which is will pose some risks of user information privacy issues or the intellectual property right issues. And we need to decentralize AI in the way we decentralize money, finance, and social media. And one possible solution is that we can divide and compress the AI module to make it able to be run and train on the local devices, and can be able to set some decentralized data sets. So when data scientists they share the user data, they can use this anonymous condition to protect users' privacy and improve censorship resistance. After solving this infrastructure problem, we are able to imagine how can AI lead the new Web3 climates in the future. Firstly, with the help of NLP and LLM, we are able to make more users to get access to the smart contract. Because currently, the smart contract actually they are written in programming languages, which could be quite difficult for many users, especially for users who don't have the background in CS. But with the help of this new technology, we're able to let users only use some simple words, and then the AI bot will help to write the smart contract for them to trade or to manage their assets. In this case, the AI can be a bridge for users to bring in some Web2 scenarios to the Web3 world. In Binance, we're currently using AI in customer support, and 75 of them are solved successfully by the AI, and the rest 25% will go to the human agent, which gives us more time to solve them. And overall, we can provide a high quality customer service for most of the users. And AI can also analyze data. It can use to monitor the transaction of the blockchain, and it can also be used in risk management because it can help prevent the attacks. When it comes to charities and scientific research, it's quite promising and worthwhile field direction for the future Web3. Because in charity, we are able to use Web3 technology to provide aid to people who are in need. And with the scientific research, we are able to use Web3 technology to further enhance Web3 technology's capabilities. And talking about charity, I think UAE is the best place to discuss, right? Because UAE is considered as one of the most generous countries in the world. And with Web3 technology, we're able to improve the way we help other people. For example, for donors, they can have more control of their donations because they can trace on chain to see where this money is used. And with the help of smart contract, he can also set conditions for each donation so that he can make sure that each donation will only release under his intent. And since blockchain is designed peer-to-peer and decentralized, so it can reduce the overall administration fee to make sure that money will go directly to the beneficiary's part. And there are many parts of the world, the traditional banking might be collapsed, especially for some places that need help. Traditional banking cannot reach them. In this case, Bitcoin payments and crypto payments can be the only way that we can reach them and help them. And each donation will go directly to the beneficiary's crypto account to meet their daily needs. In Binance, we are currently supporting humanitarian aids and education for vulnerable people. We are raising many charity projects and we are keeping with charity. A similar approach can be used in scientific research as well. Finding is always a acute pain point for most of the scientists. I'm not sure how many of you ever been in a scientific project back in your college days. For the scientists, they might spend up to half of their time writing the grant proposals. And currently, the finding are usually from governments or large companies, so the selection of topic might be quite limited. But with DeSci, which is what decentralized scientific research, scientists are able to raise and manage funds through DAO, so it can expand their source of funding, can reduce overall fee, and can save time for them to do the scientific research. And also, since all the data are on chain, it can be easily traceable and easily accessed to everyone. It's not controlled by any single entity. And since it's on chain, it improves the data credibility because for each scientific result, if there's any question, always trace back on chain. And in terms of intellectual property rights, which is also an important topic in scientific research, NFT can help protect and market. The adoption of Web3 technology will happen in almost every sectors in the near future. And we believe that with Web3 technology, we are able to provide, we're able to welcome and bring about a new world. A new world that's more improved and efficient. Let's keep building. Thank you.